Yeah, let's take a look at some lending stuff now. This one I've entitled "What the is a completion fee?" A little bit of expletive there, but it's what the. There you go. These things is a completion fee. There you go. Is the title of this one. Now, okay, you might be offended by that, and I apologise for that one. But, I was just reading about this the other day, and I saw that lenders are starting to charge completion fees. I thought, well, what's going on here? Let's just draw these guys in a bit. Now, the lenders, of course, need to make money. Anybody does. And lenders, of course, traditionally have margins, don't they? Now, a margin, of course, is where a lender has money going in. So they've got money coming in from depositors, from retail or from securitization market, whatever. And then they've got money going out. Now, it's the out bit where they make their living, of course, and it's the difference in the middle is known as the margin. So if they're paying, like, say, 1% on retail money and lending out on 4%, they're getting a 3% margin. And I get that, why lenders need to have margins. And that's how they've pretty much operated. But what they've been recently doing is charging fees. They've been charging fees for ages. Of course they have, but they're starting now to charge fees for lending. And there's a variety of different types of fees. Now, the fees I've been hearing about recently, of course, is you've got the application fee. Now, the application fee itself is something they've been getting away with for a number of years now. It can be up to £1,000, £1,500 sometimes. It's the privilege of having the fixed rate deal. It can be a small amount, £250, £300, £400, but it's the fee you have to pay to apply for a mortgage. Now, often the survey fee is on top of that, so don't think that the survey fee is part of it. Sometimes it might be, but invariably the survey fee is additional, or the valuation fee, as they like to call it, that you have to pay for, and that's fine. And you have this thing called the early repayment charge. That's been around for a while. Now, don't get me wrong, that is a fee now, because a lot of people have to pay the early repayment charge if they redeem the mortgage early. Again, these things are all disclosed. There's no issue there. You've got MCOBs saying that you have to disclose these things anyway. But now you've got this thing called a completion fee that's crept in the last few weeks or months. So you have an application fee and a completion fee. Now, this is quite a lot of money. It's almost £1,000. So you've got to be able to justify this as a broker. What is the lender giving for that fee? Is it because the borrower has been able to borrow a high percentage? That's probably what it is. Is it a 90% or a 95% mortgage loan to value? If that's the case, then you can argue that if it's a government approved 95% mortgage they're doing, they have to pay a fee to the government to have the government's backing, the government's security, don't they? And all they may well be doing is charging it as a completion fee, and that's fine. You need to explain that. It may well be that the lender isn't charging a higher loan to value fee or indemnity guarantee premium, as we used to call it, mortgage indemnity guarantees, MIGs. They used to charge these things where they used to take out insurance to cover for the difference, cover for the loss. It could well be that the lender is taking on that risk and therefore needs to put a bit of money aside into a pot in order to insure themselves. So if they take £1,000 from each application, a completion fee, and put this money into a separate pot, and they use that as insurance to make payouts where they've lost money on repossessing properties. That could be the issue, but find out what it is, because your client will want to know what these fees are for. So lots going on there. Oh, don't forget the broker fee as well, which you charge for the ability to give advice. So it's getting quite pricey now to buy mortgages. Yes, the percentages are very low. You can still get 2%, 3% lending still, even though the bank base rate, by the way, is 0.01%, so it should be low. There's still a margin going on there. But you can start to see now where lenders want to make their money. These fees are starting to trickling in, so be careful of those. I don't know, I'm just thinking, is it right? They need to make money. Can't they just make it on their margin like they used to? But if it is paying for something, I totally get that as well. So FCA, keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on regulating these fees and charges. Remember, you said that people shouldn't be making onerous charges. You start to take a look at early repayment charges and start to think if they were too large or too onerous. But some early repayment charges can be £10,000, £12,000, £13,000 if somebody redeems their mortgage early. These are quite expensive, so keep an eye on that, because that in itself, I think, needs regulating along the way. So there, if you find a completion fee, your customer say, "Well, no, who's that?" says the customer. At least then you can answer and tell them what it is for. See you soon. Bye.